The following podcast contains strong language and ridiculous cartoon scenarios conjured up by two self-proclaimed comedy wizards. Between you and me, they're more like Saturday morning court jesters fueled by sugary cereal. But either way, the opinions expressed and presented are mere musings, so please humor their well-intentioned hijinks with a laugh and not by taking anything they say seriously. Unless, of course, you want to pay them to say something else. Could always use a new pair of shoes.
And welcome to ReviewParty.com, episode 128. I'm Brent.
I'm Matt. Is this the episode where we get stuck and we have to cut our arms off?
Yeah, this is that episode.
Okay.
This is that one. So I hope you got, your tourniquet, your various tools and devices.
Your kit.
Your arm removal, self-arm removal kit. I think there's one guy who famously did it with just a pocket knife, but
hey,
we're gonna be a little bit less barbaric than that. I've got two rocks and a pocket knife.
All I have are some reviews.
Well, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. I'll start this one.
Do it. This is the show where we make fun of reviews and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's right.
In case you guys are new. Hello, newbie.
Hi, newbie. This is a comedy podcast. Internet. I'm just gonna read a review, and I think you'll get what the show is about right from there.
Okay.
This is a review from Amazon. It is for the Narwhal Novelties Jumbo 50-pack Snowballs for Kids. Best indoor snowball fight Christmas stocking stuffers for kids Christmas party favors.
50. Okay.
These are... On the box, it says Snow Soft Pretend Snowballs.
Mm-hmm.
It's a box of 50 pretend snowballs. Why would you need it? I don't know. But Mamere5 titles their review Best Fun All Year Long, All Ages. I got these for my 7-year-old and 2-year-old grandsons for Christmas. They are the most played with gift by all family members. They go on road trips with them. Everyone in the family plays along. You find them scattered about the house, even in June, as they randomly are thrown at an adult or child simply as a distraction in this chaotic world we live in. This is my second purchase of them. Oh. I think finding out about and thinking about a third so they can have them at all the relatives' houses without having to remember to bring them 5 stars.
Okay. Usually we're like, Grandma's trying to brag about how cool and hip her gift is.
Right.
In this instance, I think Grandma's right. It's a cool gift, but Grandma's gone too far.
Grandma said, they like this gift? Oh, everyone has to like this gift.
And honestly, what it boils down to is it's a ball. It's a ball you can throw that won't hurt things.
A ball you can throw that won't hurt things.
That's why it's used year round. It's a ball.
Right. The snowy aesthetic associated with this puffy ball has really little to do with its application at the end of the day.
And additionally, if you've bought just one pack of these has 50. You've bought 2, you're thinking about 3. No wonder you're finding them in every room of the house, even in June. Where else are they going to put these things? You open a drawer, they're just spilling out.
Yeah, who really wants to have a dedicated fake snowball drawer in their house? Just on principle alone, you cannot do that.
That's when you know you've become a consumer. You don't want to be that.
Yeah, purchasing them on Amazon makes it even worse.
But I do like that they're taking on road trips. That's cool. That's fun. Fun
that just
family.
Sounds like the most annoying place to have these. In Mom's van. You freaking throwing them around with all the ruckus.
Dusty.
I'm not one for ruckus on a road trip. All right.
Oh yeah, put me in the back with a Game Boy, a book, and a pillow.
A Walkman, perhaps.
I'll talk to you later. I'll talk to you in 7 hours.
Tell me how many more episodes of Blue's Clues until we make it to our destination so my young, feeble mind can comprehend how long 7 hours is. Oh yeah, just 14 more episodes of Blue's Clues,
Oof.
bud.
That's a lot of Blue's Clues.
That's a lot of Blue's Clues. Good thing I've got my Game Boy and Pokemon Silver.
Good thing I got some snowballs. I'm going to whip them towards the windshield.
Exactly, dude. There has to be a no-hit dad with snowball limit. No-hit driver with snowball
Dad gets
rule.
angry when you turn on the light in the van. He's going to get livid if you hit him with a snowball. You bump the Diet Coke from Subway, and oh, no.
No. You're moving your straw in and out of your drink cup in a way that makes it go, even on accident. You're getting an earful from pop.
You get the old glare in the rearview mirror.
I'm not afraid to turn this around even now. I don't want to go to Disney World.
We're in Nebraska. Then we're going to stay in Nebraska. No.
You'll stay in Nebraska with your fucking snowballs and we'll all go home. Thanks, Dad. I can't imagine. There's no way that everyone is in on the pleasure of this gift.
There's not an equal amount of pleasure being had, at very least.
Right. There's at least one relative who is hating what's going on here.
Yeah, they have a shrine of hate. And in the center is these balls. Slowly
but surely, making sure that they disappear one by one.
Each time they're slip that into my pocket. It's like stealing leftovers or something.
Throw that into the incinerator. Oops.
Oh, that went down into the crick. Oops.
Oops, I ate that one whole. And that one's especially alarming because many of the reviews complimented, I guess, how there was sort of a crunchy texture to these balls. There's something on them that simulated the crunch of snow, even though they're soft.
I was wondering if it was just going to be like literally a foam ball or if it was like a ball where you can feel little beads in it and it's got some fuzzies to make it snow-esque.
At a glance, it looks very much like just a stuffed animal cotton ball.
Sure, yeah.
But there's not very much weight there. There's not enough heft to get a good throw.
I want it to maybe hurt if you hit someone in the eye.
If I gun this thing, I want it to be soaring, not just sort of floating up into the air and then falling down like a piece of paper. Kind of coat some kind of material inside that adds a little crunch factor.
That's exciting.
Exciting enough to buy 4 of them for every branch of the family.
Maybe not.
One last thing before we go. There's a little, a mascot, some art of the child on the front of these snowballs. Looks very aggressive. I just want to show Matt what this little kid looks like. They drew the bully with the snowball.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
This kid's pissed off, and he's about to hit you with a 50
He looks like the kid that
balls.
steals the money from your lemonade stand.
Hey, I put a bullet in this one. They shoved a bullet.
If any of our really, really cool, hip listeners ever read The Boy's Life magazine, yeah, he looks like he belongs in there.
Is this Goofus himself?
He's there were these kids that were always trying to make money or do scouting things, like in the back of that magazine as a comic. And also, strangely, some donkey creature. I don't really remember what that was all about.
So Ed, Nettie, and a donkey creature.
Yeah, that little punk looks like he belongs there.
Throwing snowballs. Do you have a review?
I have a review, an Amazon review as well. This is a review for Old Wisconsin turkey sausage snack sticks, naturally smoked, ready to eat, high protein, low carb, keto, gluten-free, 6-ounce resealable package.
There are few higher pleasures in this world than cracking one of those bad boys, I tell you what.
When it's good, it's good. Unfortunately for our friend Nicole, 71666, I don't know that was the case. Nicole titles her review, Half Came Rotten and Didn't Know Until It Was Too Late.
Oh.
Nicole writes, okay, so let me start off by saying the fresh ones we did try the day we got them were awesome. Me and the kids loved them. Then, about a week ago, my worst nightmare happened. I sleepwalk. It's a known thing in my house, and yes, it's annoying, and I can't help it. LOL in parentheses, which I'm assuming is kind of like a kind of a seedy little chuckle.
Oh, sure.
I tend to snack when I do sleepwalk. We have a certain snack cabinet for the kids that I tend to creep into when I'm sleeping, and I happened to grab an unopened bag of these. Long story short, I was eating them and woke up the next morning wondering why my stomach was just wrenching. I found the rest of the jerky sticks on the nightstand covered in white and blue mold.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
So that was fun. I went into the snack cabinet and found 3 more packages just like this. Needless to say, I may not buy these again. 1 star.
Well, she said cabinet. Put them bitches in the fridge, dude.
If they're open, yeah, pop them in the fridge.
Pop those bitches in the fridge. We cannot fault the product for this, can we?
That stuff will go bad faster than Michael Jackson on the album Bad.
Yeah, and who knows what kind of evil spores are floating around in her little
kid snack cabinet.
Yeah, those kids grabbing,
Whipping
sneezing,
their
puking,
snots
farting
and butts
in there.
Oh no, it's a diaspora in there. Is that how you say it, or is it diaspora?
I'm not sure. Either way, put a petri dish in there for a week, and then it's going to be lighting up. Lighting up, dude. But
diaspora. Thanks, Google.
Thank you,
word,
Google.
though. Sick word. And that was not the word I was going for, is it? I must have been thinking of something else.
There's spores in the air. And they're getting on these meat sticks. And that's a problem, especially when you sleepwalk hungrily for meat sticks.
Yeah. I have sleepwalked. I've never sleep ate.
Sleep snacked.
Sleep snacked. Sleep creeped to the cabinet.
just crawled on all floors across the ceiling up to the snack cabinet. And grabbed your saucy little fungus snacks.
If you're that kind of demon, yeah, maybe you are eating spoiled meats.
Right. I think it wasn't so much that she had sleepwalking happened to eat some meat snacks. It's that the demon that lives inside of her that causes, its ego comes to the surface and causes her to sleepwalk and do things in its name. Just happens to like fungusy snacks being a monster.
For.
Right.
Yeah. Man.
He was working the machinations in the back of her subconscious to make her put these in the cabinet and not the fridge.
He's waiting all day just to have a little bite. Finally, she goes to sleep. Hey, it's demons time to party.
If he gets a little whiff of the spores, he knows tonight's the night.
Oh, yeah.
If the turkey sticks are finally ripe. Time to take over when her consciousness is at its weakest.
I did wonder because and I kind of emphasized it. Her Amazon name, Nicole71666.
666. The demon made her type the 6 2 more times.
Yeah.
And she didn't really notice.
She's like, well, I'm born July 16th, but let me add a couple extra 6s on here for some unknown compelled reason.
I just kind of like the look of the curve. the way it rounds back up on itself. I think that's pretty neat.
It's like a little tail whipping.
A little stick of meat to that guy that's whipping in this rubberly in the wind.
Yeah. Feels bad.
Yeah, that's a nightmare shit. That is like worse nightmare material. To wake up and know that you ate fuzzy little things.
You see it on the nightstand. I forgot about that. To just see, oh no, what have I done?
Even when I am conscientiously leaving a snack on the nightstand, I'm embarrassed. Let alone unconsciously and...
It's not a dining table. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have a placemat there. There's a reason.
That's the place where you put the stuff for sleeping. Why did you have to put food there? You can eat elsewhere, dude. You don't have to sit up in bed in the middle of the night, shovel two handfuls
back and forth,
shoot handfuls of pretzels in your mouth and take a big sip of water and go back to bed. You just don't need to.
But the demon says it feels so good.
The demon hungry.
It's either this or salt. What do you want me to do? My hands are tied here.
Right, I'm not sleeping with a circle of salt around my bed every night. That seems even more uncouth.
It's a little seedy, yeah.
Speaking of a little seedy, I've got a pair of reviews from our friend Elijah Moisick.
Yeah.
There's not much to say about this product. I will just read the Amazon title and describe the picture. This is, and I will speak clearly so you know that I'm not mistaken when I'm saying, make a Merkin great again baseball hat dad cap red.
No. No.
This is a red cap with make a Merkin great again.
Okay.
I would explain what that word means, but one of the reviews does it much better than I ever could.
Okay.
Tiara titles their review, what is a Merkin? See below. She writes, a merkin is a pubic wig.
Mm-hmm.
Merkins were worn by sex workers after shaving their mons pubis to control lice, and now are used as decorative items, erotic devices, or in films by both men and women. 5 star.
Why?
She liked the hat.
I already knew what it was.
I knew you knew. I knew you knew that I knew that you knew.
Yeah. I love them being described as nowadays they're purely decorative.
They're decorative. You put
like it's a candelabra or something. Back in the day, yes, candelabras were in every household, but nowadays they're purely decorative, much like merkins.
You know, there's someone somewhere out there with the Merkin family Merkin heirloom.
God. This was worn by a famous streetwalker.
Your great-great-great-grandfather, one of the world's first porn stars.
It was a bit of a gigolo.
As he got older, he wore it as a regular toupee.
Oh.
And then that leads us to a review from James Schaefer. The joke of it, these are titles that support the cause. He says, hey, look, if you're like me, you're tired of all the hate. I mean, it's a 2-party system, but only one of those supports the values we should all have. This hat is a perfect way to express the right party. Show your support and get this hat. I look forward to seeing all my brothers and sisters at the next rally. And then there's a picture of him in the Make American Great Again hat. 5 stars.
Is he shaking our chain?
He's doing a little joke here. He's doing a little joke. Playing into the joke that this looks sort of like a Make America hat. Make America Great Again hat.
Isn't that the joke of the hat?
Right, he's doubling down.
Okay.
He's down. He's a double down clown.
In case you didn't see the wink that the product itself is giving you, allow me to blink at you.
Allow me to make some political jokes here.
I'm there for political jokes and sighs of discontentment.
I mean, okay, so what do you think? What party's running against the Merkin party?
I have to say
the Gillette party.
Oh, well, I was going to go purely actual political.
Sure.
I was going to have to say that usually the conservatives are the ones who are saying, oh my God, sexual freedom, sexual expression, goodness, you're child grooming, you perverts. But if we're talking about just in the grand scope, yeah, a merkin is a pubic wig.
In a way,
so
the merkin needs the Gillette.
Exactly. They work hand in hand. The Gillette lobby is pro-Merkin.
Right. Gillette has to pregame whatever situation that Merkin is getting into. There's no Merkin without the Gillette.
It's got to be the pubic hair dye companies. Okay, no. You're not going to change colors down there that easily. You're not going to just swap out a wig every week. You can't do that.
No.
We got product on the shelves.
No.
We got to ship this stuff.
Who needs a blue Merkin when you can really have blue pubes? That's what that party's trying to say.
That's what they're saying, yeah. And frankly, don't tell me how to live my life. I don't know what I'm going to want tomorrow. I never do.
Do you see a world in which
Merkins are free?
The Merkins are great again. Do you think that's possible for us?
I mean, body image, self-love, I don't know. I'm trying to legitimately answer this, and it's a struggle. Maybe, yeah.
You think one day the kids could fuck with the Merkins? I guess that's another way to pose the question.
Yeah, because maybe you're pansexual, bisexual, and the boys want a certain thing, but the girls want something else, and you're just
so you're picturing someone who is very adventurous in their sexual life, and with one partner might wear the Merkin, with another they custom fit their pubic triangle situation to whatever partner they're seeing that night.
Right.
That's what a great application.
Hey, if they're that type of person. That pleaser, that adaptable partner.
I think if that's the case, we have to get ahead of the market. And I'm thinking we could make like a nanobot Merkin, a smart Merkin,
sort of Tony Stark tech.
Yeah, you just preset, and it's sort of whatever situation you're in. You need pubes, you don't need pubes. It does it automatically. Then little nanobots just crawl around your body. And make a wig or they don't.
This is so good.
And if the situation comes where you got the pubes out, but you don't need the pubes, they just sort of dissolve. They scatter.
Yeah, they disperse.
Right.
Maybe they go up to your arms and give you that that burly hairy arm
they
look.
pad the hairline a little bit in their off time.
They're self-cleaning. Don't worry, folks. We know you were wondering. They are self-cleaning.
Absolutely. What good is a nanobot that doesn't self-clean?
Hey, you want to turn your nanobots in. You know how difficult that is? It's like collecting 50 snowballs from the Gibraltar's house.
Yeah, you can't just put those in the dishwasher.
You'd never find them again.
Not like you're Merkin.
Always there.
We could take a step back and just make Merkins that are dishwasher safe. I think that might be another market we could corner.
Yeah. Something akin to a dishwasher safe Brillo pad.
Do you have a review?
Yeah, I got one that's kind of a quick one. It's yet another Amazon review. This time it is for a movie called Think Like a Dog. Amazon describes Think Like a Dog as such. After a 12-year-old tech prodigy's science experiment goes awry, he forges a telepathic connection with his best friend and dog, Henry, in this whimsical family comedy. And as the trailer is playing, it's just, oh boy. Oh boy. The dog flew back with the science explosion. Wow, okay. Here is a review from Amazon user Dawn, who titles their review, in all caps, "Don't watch if you're recently divorced or in midst, period." Dawn writes, "Most uncomfortable movie I watched with my 7-year-old, only 6 months after his dad and I divorced. He wanted to keep watching, and he said he was okay, but I'm wondering when he's going to ask when we can, quote, save our family from, quote, the worst possible thing that could happen to a family. OMG, this should have come with a warning that it's for nuclear families only, 1 star.
That is unfortunate.
That is unfortunate.
That someone, just trying to make the best of the rough situation they had to go through, to be reminded of the bad times they've had. But
honestly, I sympathize. After
Yeah.
breakups, anything that can be a trigger is a trigger.
I don't know. Little Johnny seemed like he was fucking loving it.
Yeah, but is he gonna ask? Can we get back? Can we get the family back together? And also, can I get a telepathic connection with a dog, Mom?
I don't know. I think Johnny's a little smart. I think we need to give Johnny a little bit more credit. Maybe this was healing for Johnny to see a world where it's not so bad. To see a world where magical telepathic connection with animals.
Yeah, maybe that's his takeaway. Is that this is a make-believe world?
Mm-hmm.
Animals can talk. Mom and Dad can get back together.
Right.
Let me just revel in this fantasy for a moment.
Like a kid living in a crawl space under the stairs, enjoying Harry Potter. I think this kid can enjoy some talking dog show.
Yeah, that little boy under the stairs, that Stair Boy.
Stair Boy. He's just like he just like me. He just like me for real. He's got a little twig that he's pretending is a wand. I mean, who's to say if that's good or bad for them?
It's fine. It's fine. Is what it is.
I'm sure that one weird Christian website that tells you exactly why every movie is has the things that it is, and it could have told you. Yeah,
that website would have said, just FYI, divorce is a subject in this movie, which means it's sinful. Only mature teenagers can watch.
Mature teenager, because mature teenagers can't get divorced. That's the most mature you are, while also not having the ability to get a divorce because you don't have the ability to get married. So mature teens only. 18 and up cannot watch.
17 and a half.
Perfect.
Be careful, though.
Don't get any ideas, kid.
That's not the message here.
Keep these ones loose, all right? Keep these ones loose.
The message is your dominion over all God's creatures, including talking dogs.
I'm glad God didn't make dogs psychic. I don't want to hear what the hell they have to say. Whether it's about my parents getting a divorce or not. No dog's going to have good advice about that, bro.
No.
No, they don't get it, dude.
They live in the moment.
Just give your mom and dad some bacon strips. No, dog. It's not how it works.
I love you because you rub my belly. Have them rub each other's bellies.
They tried that.
Yeah, just the kid sitting there stone-faced.
All we got was my little sister.
That didn't make things better, let me tell you.
Okay. Me and Matt are going to go to our couples therapy so we don't get divorced and have to split this podcast in half.
Time for belly rubs. Hey everybody, thank you for listening to our lovely little podcast. If you'd like to go above and beyond in supporting our show, or have the most fabulous conversation starter since sliced bread, go to reviewparty.com. Click on shop and explore some fabulous t-shirt designs.
Where's your favorite place to wear a t-shirt?
On my body.
Mine is at the store.
That is a good place to wear a t-shirt. Reviewparty.com. Click shop.
Why stop there?
Don't stop now.
Don't stop me now, because I'm buying a t-shirt. I'm buying a shirt.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second half of the episode, and welcome to Ding Ding Bear Hunuckle Letterboxing. Ting ting.
Let's go. I was just thinking about this one, about how good this one was, and
this one is good.
Yeah, and how we haven't utilized it in a minute.
I have. This is like one of the first times I've actually spent considerable minutes on Letterboxd, and I was like, "This, what?
A good website?
Good
on
website.
The internet?
What?
I thought there's only one.
It's like when you figure out some trick with like Microsoft Excel, and you're like, I could have been doing that the whole time. Holy wow! I'm an idiot.
Speaking of which, I set my main Audacity edit buttons to mouse buttons last time I did the edit, so I might have upped my efficiency quite a bit.
Hey, we're still learning tricks here, folks. Stick with us. Who knows where we'll go? Who knows? Bare Knuckled Letterboxing is the segment where we just take a whole bunch of reviews from Letterboxd, the movie review / pseudo social media website, and read them. Yeah, that's how it works. This one was your baby, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think we did Batman. We did the Batman first, I think, with this one.
Yes. Well, this week, at time of recording, it is the Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
Yes.
So the vibe is still very much with us. I have brought a movie titled The Hoboken Chicken Emergency.
I know nothing about this movie. I've never heard.
This is a movie that I remember watching in elementary school, and I remembered it purely because it had Peter Billingsley of A Christmas Story fame in it, and it was about Thanksgiving instead.
This movie is so unubiquitous that when you type Hoboken chicken into Google, it does not autofill with emergency. When you type in Hoboken chicken emer, it does not autofill with Gency. You got to type that whole bitch in.
Yeah. From what I have learned, this was a PBS Thanksgiving special, hour-long TV movie.
Mm-hmm. Based on a book, a children's book, it looks like.
Based on a book, yeah. You're learning all about it. So it sounds like Letterboxd user Joe Campbell had a similar experience to me. I'm not, like I said, I'm new to Letterboxd, but it sounds like he may have found the movie on Letterboxd and then rejoiced and added it to his list. So the first the first review here reads, added by Joe Campbell, November 2nd, 2017. He doesn't have a rating. He has a like. He liked it. He didn't give it a star rating. Joe Campbell writes, okay, I haven't actually watched this recently. It's difficult to find except on out-of-print VHSs. I'm just really excited because for years I've had vivid memories as a child of watching something on TV about a kid with a giant chicken, and until now I've had no proof that it actually existed. September 11th, 2018, rewatched by Joe Campbell. So, after having been validated...
Wait. He watched it on September 11th?
Yeah. Well, that was when he wrote his review. Who's to say?
Yeah.
After having been validated that this movie actually exists, I bought a copy of it off of eBay because I don't have a good reason. I wanted to see if it held up. I wanted to show it to my 3-year-old a couple of times, then hide it away so she would grow up questioning if she actually saw a movie about a kid and his pet giant chicken. I don't know. Anyways, it's actually kind of fun. It's nonsensical, but it's short and kind of mesmerizing. At the very least, I can't take my eyes off of that giant chicken puppet. It's a Thanksgiving movie, and it stars Peter Billingsley a few years after he did A Christmas Story. And the guy who plays his cranky father looks and acts exactly like Darren McGavin, which was odd. That's the dad in A Christmas Story. He gave it a rating this time, 3 stars. Rewatched by Joe Campbell, September 15th, 2018, 4 days later. Okay, I have to bump this up a half star. This held my attention twice all the way through, and I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't be down to watch it again right now. Every time that giant chicken puppet is on screen, I can't help getting insanely giddy. I need help. 3.5 stars. November 2nd, 2018. With this entry, there are currently only 4 reviews for the Hoboken Chicken Emergency on Letterboxd, and they're all by me. I don't know whether to be proud or ashamed. 3.5 stars. And then our final missive from Joe Campbell, 26th of November, 2020. Happy Thanksgiving. He links a video review that he posted on YouTube from 2018. And also links his previous 4 reviews. So he's still in the game. It looks like he had a podcast and a YouTube show. I don't know if they're still active. I may try reaching out. But I dig the fan.
Yeah. I mean, you two walking totally different lives. I'm sure as many people in America have lived this same parallel experience of watching this weird Uncanny Valley chicken movie with the kid from The Christmas Story.
And he sucks in it too. I watched some of Joe's YouTube video review, and he's like, it's hard to explain. Peter Billingsley's not good. Whether it's budget or just the director.
Yeah, it's got to be directing. It's where you're doing a lot of just like overreacting acting for camera, one-off jokes. It can't be easy to get right in the direction and the editing room and stuff.
I assume it was his wife who was also in the video review. She was like, you look at him after the fight in A Christmas Story, like his cheeks are flush red and there are literally tears running down his face. And then you look at him in this movie when he's supposed to be sad and crying, and it's just like, but I wrote a blog about it. Go to reviewparty.com. You can find I linked to this wonderful movie on YouTube. But I do have some other reviews that we can churn through really quickly.
Sure, let's check them out.
Here's a review from Ben Dempster.
Ben Dempster.
Ben writes, you call that an emergency? 2.5 stars.
Fair enough, Ben.
Yeah. 80s Explorer writes, quote, I hope your Thanksgiving is as happy as Arthur's and Henrietta's, end quote. Yes, there is a 1984 Thanksgiving movie about a giant chicken starring Peter Billingsley. But sadly, I'm not thankful for any of it. 1.5 stars. Colton Owens writes, that was definitely something. Film's alternate title, Peter Billingsley and the Search for a Paycheck. 1.5 stars. Emily keeps it short and sweet. Great giant chicken design. Chicken emoji. 2 stars.
Chicken fan. A big chicken fan in the house.
And now we get into the people who are actually saying something. Valid Flea writes, a fever dream. 1 star. Exy Jane writes, where has this movie been all my life? 5 stars.
This movie is extremely divisive.
Yes, it is. Cow Shay writes, I feel like watching this gave me psychic damage. I loved it. 4 stars. Raisin Entity 93 has a bit more to say. There was an emergency. This emergency took place in the town of Hoboken, New Jersey. The emergency was concerning a chicken. This chicken was large. The little boy loved the chicken. No potatoes were safe in the area of Hoboken, New Jersey at this time. 5 stars. That's kind of the plot of the movie, if you want it all boiled down.
This chicken wants some potatoes.
Yeah, because it's a big chicken and needs to eat.
Right. And seeds aren't cutting it. What's a big seed? A potato.
Yeah. And finally, my favorite, aside from the annals of Joe Campbell and him watching this movie every year and possibly on September 11th, here is a review from Timothy, who writes, absolutely awful. At one point, a newswoman reports that the giant chicken was beating the shit out of some dogs. Show, don't tell. If I had seen Dirty Louise stomp dogs to death, I probably would have rated this a full star higher. Not that I hate dogs, I just needed something to liven up this snooze fest. 1 star.
Yeah, I'm guessing if you don't have that insane childhood attachment to this movie, it might be a little rough to get through.
But it's only an hour, so.
It is only an hour. That's not much to sign up for.
On Thanksgiving Day, well, football is football, but.
Yeah, you can practically watch this at halftime.
Practically. Who's going to be singing? Some little guy with a fedora? You don't want to watch that. No.
Who's this little racially ambiguous guy with a fedora singing my national anthem?
He seems to appeal to most people in the room, but I don't know who he is.
Let's put on the chicken show.
So, friends, that's the Hoboken chicken emergency. That's bare-knuckled letterboxing. That was fun.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. That's a good website. We got to get more stuff from there.
We do.
Like I've been telling myself. You beat me to it. You've inspired me. This review of a Calbee honey butter potato chips from Amazon inspired me. Calbee is sort of the Lay's of Japan.
Oh, okay.
The ubiquitous potato chip brand.
Tasty.
This flavor is the honey butter.
That's a little...
It's a little different, a little weird.
A little sweet and salty?
Maybe.
Or
it's
is it
hard
maybe...
to... All that's on the picture is, on the bag, we got some honey, we got some butter.
Okay. Hey, try anything once.
A little sweet, a little savory, perhaps. But yeah, they had lots of wacky flavors in Japan that I messed with. I haven't tried this one, but I can tell you that Marsha has tried it, and she titles her review "Best and Worst Purchase of My Life. I'm Addicted."
Okay.
These are the best chips in the entire world. I used to buy them at my local Asian market, but they stopped selling them. Amazon is the last hookup for this drug they call honey butter potato chips. I will likely eat these for the rest of my life. They are amazing, show-stopping, never been done before. I would marry these chips. A bag of these can improve my entire day. Buy them and never look back. Embrace life. 5 stars.
I'm trying to think of the all-seasoned chips.
Oh,
from Canada.
All dressed.
All dressed, yes, that's what it is. I was like, I know I've had some chip where, like, if I could get it often, that would be a problem. Those suckers, salty, sweet, addicting as all get out.
They got everything.
They got everything.
Zesty, you might say.
Oh, yeah. So even just like you lick your fingers and you cram down into the corner of the bag to just get every last little morsel. Those are some dope chips, and I'm guessing these honey butter are probably somewhat similar, if not in flavor, then in reaction.
And in addictive quality. In a possible crack cocaine sprinkled on. That's really why they call it all dressed. It's not because it's several handfuls of different kinds of chip seasoning all put on a chip. It's because it's dressed with everything, including crack cocaine.
Surprisingly affordable, though.
Yeah, so who knows what this honey butter is infused with?
Ooh.
You know, I'm sure there's some garlic in there.
Oh.
But what else?
Some honey, some butter.
Some honey, some butter, some salt, some crack cocaine. That's a winning combination.
I mean, yeah.
Crack cocaine's tasteless, right? It's just there for the zing factor.
Yeah, I don't honestly know.
No, yeah, you never had a little spoonful of crack.
No, not to my recollection.
You never sprinkled some crack on your morning
real
cereal.
Little spoons, right? You got to use the real little spoons.
Yeah, the little sample spoon. The cream, the notes.
No, I haven't tried that. I haven't tried these chips, but
they do sound great.
She wants to marry them.
She wants to marry them. She wants to have them. She wants to have them the rest of her life. She's never felt these feelings about a man, a woman, anyone. But she has felt them about the honeyed butter chips from Calbee. I do be wanting to try them now. They got a little rainbow.
You know what would make me feel that feeling about a bag of chips is if I pop it open and I'm not staring at a half bag of air.
Sure.
I'd marry that bag of chips in a heartbeat.
Well, you're in luck. There's some, at work, they have some Larry the Cable Guy brand chips. And the main marquee thing is that the bag is full, that there's less air.
I love and hate that.
And actually, Matt, he has, I forget what he calls it, but he has a knockoff all dressed flavor.
No, Larry.
He does.
Larry, don't you dare do this to me.
And it's called like kitchen sink chips or something like that.
Of course it is.
And I thought, when I saw that, I kind of thought it was genius. Because I was kind of looking my nose up at like, geez, what kind of, who are you trying to pull a fast one on, Larry? Take advantage of people by saying, oh, there's less air in here. You got to put your stupid face on it. But on the other hand, I don't disrespect the other. And I think it's kind of awesome that someone from the South, someone who is as south as it gets.
Very deeply southern flavored.
Is going out of his way to spread the joy that is the northern treat of all dressed chips.
That Great White North. I'll see if I can find some of that on Amazon. You know what I mean?
Some of them Larry chips.
The Larry chips.
What do they call Larry? I think they're just Larry the Cable Guy's chips or something. They really are not fancy, I think.
Don't toy with what works.
Here they are. Yep. Come on. Don't show me at more than like fucking 120 p quality here. Yeah, he's okay. They're called tater chips.
Okay.
Okay, and there's 6 delicious flavors: barbecue rib, cheddar, and sour cream. Jalapeno poppers. Pass the darn ketchup.
Ketchup too.
Buffalo wing and blue cheese. And everything but the kitchen sink.
Dude, Larry, you're doing it. You're doing it right. You're acting. I'm sure your political opinions may make an enemy of me, but your chip game is bringing me back. Strong. It's bringing me back to the table.
Chip game strong, bro. And I know it's all dressed chips because it's got the little
vinegar bottle.
Every bag has Larry standing in the background in the same sort of thumbs in pocket smiley face pose.
Is he a cartoonized Larry, or is he like a
This
photograph?
is Larry cut out from the background in Photoshop and popped on a purple chip bag.
Mm-hmm.
And wearing a blue flannel with the sleeves cut off, jeans, some New Balances, a hat that says "Get Her Done," merchandising on the merchandise.
Got to do it.
And the chips, the flavor, and in front of him it has a picture of 3 potato chips. All the same 3 potato chips on each bag, which is a little sus. You don't get to see the different flavored dustings.
Hey.
But next to that, they have the ingredients for the chips. On jalapeno, they got a jalapeno and 2 jalapeno slices.
Okay.
On barbecue, they got some barbecue ribs on the barbecue rib chip. But I know it's all dressed because everything got to kitchen sink has a tomato, an onion, and some vinegar. Those are the classic 3.
Yeah, that little bottle of vinegar.
Those are sort of the captains of the all-dressed flavor team. There's lots of people coming to that party, but there's 3 team captains elected by their peers.
They're gonna get stuff done,
right? And they're gonna make sure everything's taken care of. Take sure of some of the logistics. Matt, do you have a review?
I do. I don't know that we'll have a lot to say to this, but as long as you're talking about manly men like Larry the Cable Guy, I've got a review. We featured this before. I featured it, but I had two kind of meaty reviews. And what do you do in that situation? I don't know. Wait like 6 months to bring the second one, Matt. Okay. This is a review of just a great show called Home Improvement by Tim Allen, according to Amazon. And this is a review from Geralt Reichros. He titles his review "The Granddaddy of Wife Saves Stupid Husband Shows." And right. I should note, this was reviewed in December 2005. Which, I don't know what was going on in the world at that point. I'm
not even sure the world existed. I think dinosaurs are still rocking around back then.
Dinosaurs and Geralt and Tim Allen. Geralt writes, "I watched this show for a couple of episodes and actually liked it. Then I saw it was about a stupid guy whose wife, kids, neighbor, and dog were smarter than he was. After that, I turned to Fraser." Now, every new show, example, King of Queens, is about the lovable but unfortunately very stupid husband who loves sports and knows cars but very little else. And, of course, the overbearing, obnoxious, and smart wife who bails them out of problems a 2-year-old would know how to avoid. Case in point from this very show, Tim uses Jill's driver's license photo at an event that really matters to her because he forgot to get any other photos because he was too busy farting, scratching, and watching football. It got to the point of being offensive to men that this was accepted as a fair and accurate representation of all men. How long do you think a show about a bunch of ridiculously stupid women would last? Let me answer that about one episode before the cry of discrimination against women would begin. Note to TV producers, enough. Make a show about a family where the men have a little common sense. Thank you for your time. 1 star.
Man, 2005 was a terrible time to be watching TV. There was only one new show that came out, and it was King of Queens.
King of Queens. I mean, King of Queens had Ray Romano made some cameos, but
King of Queens is
bigger than that.
Funny enough, it's got
Jerry
Stiller. In it,
that's
right?
that's where I was going. Jerry Stiller pretty much playing Frank Costanza.
Right, except living in a basement instead of in a New York apartment.
Which is, that's all I need.
I ain't mad at King of Queens, but if that was the only new show that year, I'd be a little disappointed.
Yeah. When it's almost 2023, when Baby New Year comes marching down and he's dressed like like Doug Heffernan. Guess what's getting rebooted this year? Like, oh no, we don't need a King of Queens reboot. No, thank you.
To bring it back down to the actual review, his opinion is both apt and misinformed. I feel like it comes from the wrong place.
Oh,
because how many of the best shows ever are Dumb Dad, Smart Mom, Malcolm in the Middle, The Simpsons.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's a tried and true formula. And then you got great shows with try this on for size, Dumb Dad, Dumb Mom, Bob's Burgers. That's a great one.
Yeah, generally incompetent parents is the way to go.
It's relatable. We're all dumb. We're not all smart like this Fraser watcher
We're
here.
not all enjoying Fraser. Some people can, but not all of us all the time.
I know some people that enjoy Fraser always, all the time.
Me too.
And I love them very much. But
same.
I think if they broaden their comedy horizons to Dumb Dad shows, not necessarily Home Improvement.
No, not necessarily.
Not necessarily. But other ones, I think the world might be a better place.
Oh yeah, you gonna turn out Urkel? Oh. That's Dumb Dad, but also Quirky Neighbor show. Quirky Neighbor is a classic trope.
Right. This guy hates tropes. He's going to be real pissed when he finds out Frasier's full of them.
I thought you were going to say when he gets out of 2005 and discovers TVtropes.com.
Oh, yeah. Everything is inspired by everything. Then he dies. That's the end of that guy. And the end of this episode.
R-I-P-P.
R-I-P-P, folks. Thanks for listening to ReviewParty.com. Thanks for listening to the whole episode.
Yeah, man.
I hope you enjoyed it. You made it to the Real Ones Club. Thank you very much. Here at Review Party, we got new episodes every Tuesday. That's right. # Tuesday Reviews Day. Check out your preferred podcast provider on Tuesday morning. I'm sure it'll be sitting right there waiting for you, for your little ears to feast upon. And if you'd like to send us a review for us to make some funnies at in this episode, just like Elijah did this week. Thank you, Eli.
Thank you.
Then send us an email with a hyperlink to the review to reviewparty.com@gmail.com and include your name so we can throw you some credit.
If you want to reach out to us, do it. I dare you.
Do it.
Reach out and touch space, as one might say. You can reach out to us through space, time, from the year 2005. No, not that, but in the current, you can reach out to us at reviewparty.com on Instagram and TikTok.
If you're reaching out from 2005,
you're ahead
do me a favor
curve.
and shut the hell up. We don't want to hear from you.
Yeah.
Wait a couple of years.
You can also find us on Twitter for the time being at ReviewPartyPod.
As long as that institution still has a base, we'll be there, I guess. But
if all social media crashes and burns, then you can always find us at reviewparty.com. All the episodes are there. The blog posts, like I mentioned, were you listening? I know you were. The shop The newsletter sign up at the bottom of the page, tons of images and colors just to soothe your stressful life. Some other things can probably soothe your stressful life too, such as
some music. Music is good for you. Maybe you want to listen to some music by someone like the Nosebleeds. We listen to them every week in our episode a couple times, and you're about to listen to them again. And that song we're listening to is Bread for Breakfast. It's a very good one. They let us use it for their theme song. Thank you, boys. There are more songs just like it. Well, not just like it. Songs in the same genre by the same band that are as enjoyable, if not more. On Spotify, just search Nosebleeds. One word. I have a review to finish us out here.
I'm so excited.
From an Asian snack to a little meal here, we got the Indomie mee goreng instant stir fry noodles, halal certified, original flavor, 10 count. It's an instant noodle pack called mee goreng. I think it's Indonesian. I'm not sure where I don't want to say where they're from, but yeah, mee goreng, that might be Singaporean. Anyway, these instant noodles are good. Suresh titles their review Taste, and he writes aroma 5 stars.
It's got both things.
What more do you need in a meal? Taste, aroma?
I was on a hook with taste, but when you hit me with aroma, oh man.